up, YouTube? It's Run with Brad here, and I got a problem. I am out of coffee. It's July 5th, which I heard in a Corey Morrow song is official hangover day, but I don't drink, so I'm good in that category. But I didn't get home till like really late last night. We were watching fireworks and just having a good time on the lake with my friend Jason. So I definitely need some coffee today, and I'm completely out. Not even enough to really get a cup in. So I'm going to show you an easy way to make your own coffee. If you're a coffee lover, you will love this video. Let's go outside and I'll show you how to do it. Alright, I'm out on my back patio, and I'm going to show you how to roast your own coffee beans. This is such a cool process. I have fallen in love with it. I love coffee. I drink probably way more than I should. And if you watched a few videos back, I actually went and toured a coffee roaster that's local in my town in Macon called Z Beans. So it really inspired me to try to learn to roast my own beans. And it's really not that complicated to get started. Today I'm going to show you how to roast Amazon's best rated coffee beans. I don't mean they're the best, but they're the best rated, and they're affordable, and there's a good way to get started. It is Primos coffee beans. They were the first ones to really pop up when I searched green coffee beans, and I don't know if people really know how easy it is to get going. I've mentioned to a few people that you can. They didn't even know coffee beans were green. So that just goes to show you, like, this is something people don't really. It's like the best kept secret in a way. All right, so I'm gonna show you the things I bought, and some of these items I actually got at Goodwill. All right, so the first one you will need is a popcorn popper. An air popper. This is not even a full size one. This one was $12.99 at Kohl's. I think they come a little bigger than this, but this was all they had when I went, so I bought one, and it works. It's got it's got plenty of space in there. I think is a regular air popcorn popper, but it works, and I'll show you that in a second how to cook it. So, I went to Goodwill and I bought a coffee grinder to grind the beans, and I bought this strainer, so when the beans come out of the popcorn popper, I will use this to get any of the extra chaff that flies off, which you will see in a second, and just to help get airflow and cool the beans, because you want to cool the beans as quickly as possible after you roast them. And the next item you will need, before you put them in, I got just a digital scale, so I'll weigh the beans out before I put them in. I also got just kind of a pan, so once they're finished, or once I just kind of swirl them around here, try to cool them off, I'll throw them on this pan and spread them out, and we will cool them off that way as well. So, are you ready? Let's get going. Oh, I was trying to find a way to scoop them up off the tray to put them in some Tupperware or whatever, and I used one of my kids' play shovel from the beach. All right, well, let's crank this bad boy up. Oh, one more thing, that is a stopwatch. Okay, so you really gotta, for this thing anyway, I've at least got it down to when the beans turn yellow, when you hear first crack, and when I like to take them out of the popper. I've tried them a little bit after first crack, and it wasn't very good to me. Coffee was not very good. But if I let them roast to maybe a medium dark roast, They taste pretty good, and I like the fact that it's my coffee and I made it. I take pride in that. I think you will too if you're watching this video. Alright, so let's crank this bad boy up. Let's get going. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take about 80 grams. I've tried 80, 85. I've gone all the way up to 100 grams for this popcorn popper. But I find that about 80, 85 grams works the best, I think, for roasting the beans evenly. Now, it may vary for your popcorn popper, but I think that's pretty typical. If you watch any of Sweet Maria's videos, I think that's what they recommend. So I'm just going to scoop some out of the bag here. You'll get to really see what they look like. Alright, so let's take a look at the beans. These are green coffee beans. Crazy, right? Alright. Alright, so I got my coffee beans weighed out. So you'll see when I have the light right here. It's just like a clip-on desk light. Alright, so I'm going to turn the popcorn popper on. And I'm going to start my stopwatch. I'm going to dump them in. Dump them out. You want to keep them agitated. You can already see the chaff like flying out. Kind of looks like it's snowing in here, right? And we are about a minute in, and a lot of the beans are turning. Some of them are not, and that was probably because I let them sit for a second. But you can just keep them moving. They will roast pretty evenly. About the 2-minute mark is when they really start turning yellow. But this light actually helps a whole lot. Alright, we are at the 2-minute mark. We should hear the first crack pretty soon. So the first crack is like the moisture inside the bean is expanding and it's evaporating, and basically causes that crack. Kind of gives the coffee bean that signature look. But it's, you can tell it's really starting to turn like a peanut color right now. Oh, you hear it cracking? That was about 3:25, 3 minutes, 25 seconds. Again, I'm just going to keep on shaking them up. It's popping like popcorn. I like to go all the way through the first crack with these beans. So we'll probably go about another minute. I'm telling you, like, the smell, especially in a few hours, man, these beans smell so good. So good, I love it. Starting to get a little hot, the popcorn popper. They just really started turning that coffee bean color. Probably gonna go about 30 more seconds. There'll probably be some smoke when I dump it out, because I can do it. I can smell it. But they look like coffee beans now. The coffee beans that you have probably always seen. I don't hear any more cracking, so I'm pretty sure first crack is over. Alright, so what we're going to do now, it's at the 5-minute mark. That's usually when I dump these. Not too much smoke. Yep, there is some smoke. Cut that off. And I'll just set it right there. I can tell you, my wife loves the mess it makes. Just kidding, she really doesn't. As long as I clean it up right. Alright, so I'm just trying to cool these beans. That's all I'm doing. Let you look at it. Look. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, so crazy. Alright, like I said, I like to just gonna spread them out. They are hot to the touch, just so you know. Alright, I'm actually going to make some more. Alright, I'm going to do this one more time, and that should give me plenty of coffee to fill this up, which I'm actually going to do something different this time. I'm going to put the beans in a plastic bag and seal it up. So usually I just put it in a Tupperware and I just kind of lightly seal it, like leave a corner kind of up, because these beans have to degas. They're going to release like carbon dioxide. So if I put them in this bag, you will get to see the bag filled with, it's going to be filled up, so with gas. Alright, so I'm going to do one more batch of beans, and then I'll let them cool, and we'll put them in this bag, and then I will see you tomorrow. Alright, I'm going to let those beans cool, and then I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag. I will let them sit over till tomorrow morning. Now you can grind them right now and you can drink it, but it's best to let them sit or rest for maybe about 15 hours or so. So I'm just going to wait in the morning, and you'll get to see how they degas because the bag will be filled up. So kind of neat. Alright, but as you can see, it's fairly simple to make your own coffee. It's not real complicated, and it's kind of a fun process. And they even sell coffee roasters online, but this is probably the cheapest way to do it. I mean, I literally got things at Goodwill to do this. I would have got a popcorn popper at Goodwill if they had it, but they didn't have one. So, but this one works fine, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. Alright guys, see you in the morning. Whew. Well, it is the next day. It's like 7:15. I just woke up not long ago. I'm usually up before the sun comes up every day. But I'll show you real quick while I was up all night. I don't know if you can see that little girl lay on the couch, but she kept me up all night long. I'm gonna show you some projects I did yesterday. Made this nice little area into a lovely little garden. Alright, to the coffee. Okay, so I said I would put it in a Ziploc bag. That way you could see where the gas release. Now, it's not like it's a balloon filled with air, but I will show you. I mean, there is, I can lay it flat here, and there is some gas released right here. Okay, so these are the coffee beans. Man, I'm telling you, it's about to smell good because I have not opened this bag. I usually kind of open it up throughout the day and just smell it, but yeah. Whew, that smells so good. I absolutely love that smell. All right, ooh, look at this coffee bean. It's got like the coffee bean look. Oh crap, I dropped it. You can really see, I can't even. All right, see if you can get zoom in on that. Focus. Anyways, it's a good looking coffee bean. Crack it open. I don't know if you can see what the inside looks like or not. You can eat the coffee bean. Let's see. Let's bite into one. I ain't gonna lie, that one tastes a little burnt. Alright. I bought this coffee grinder at Goodwill for $7. It's a Mr. Coffee. I already know it's not the best coffee grinder out there, but I'm doing this on a budget. Alright, I'm going to set it on coarseness so I can set it to be, I can twist this here, I'm just going to put it on medium, which is like drip coffee. And I could do really coarse here, which would be like French press. And let's do it. Alright, so it stops every few seconds or so. And that's what it looks like. Ground coffee. So there we go. Now I got some ground coffee that I can drink. This will probably last me the rest of the week. But that is what it looks like. If you see like little white specks in it, that's just the chaff. I probably needed to swirl it around a little more in my little grater, but looks good. All right, let's go brew some cup. And that, my friend, is how you make your own coffee. From green bean all the way to in your cup. It's not bad. Alright, so that is the Primos Amazon best rated coffee green bean. I will leave a link for that in the description. There are plenty of other options to get green coffee beans. I went with this one really just because of the price, and I thought it'd be a good way to start. I think I'm going to try something probably a little more pricier next time and see how that goes, and just keep experimenting with it, and eventually hoping to get my own coffee roaster, a real one. But I think the popcorn popper is actually a good way to kind of sample different beans in a small batch just to try it. So, and it's kind of fun to do, so can't go wrong. You need to go give it a shot, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment on if you've ever done this or what kind of coffee you like to drink. I love coffee, so let's get the conversation going, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Video. Oh my God. All right, so I got it sealed up, and we will see you in the morning. Like I said, if you like this video or if you like coffee, please leave me a comment. I love to connect and talk coffee with you. All right, see you in the morning.